Hey everyone, this is Andy from Gizchina, and today we're looking at the UMi Iron. Now this is the latest UMi device. It comes just after the UMi Emax, and in terms of looks and a few of the specs, they are quite similar, but the UMi Iron does have a lot of nice innovative features. Okay, let's take a look at the device. Open up the packaging. The actual packaging is very similar to that what the Emax comes in, so nothing really special there. So there it is, there's the UMi Iron on the right hand side. We've got a USB data plug there, we've got an OTG cable and an EU charger. Let's take the phone out. So this is the UMi Iron, 5.5-inch Full HD display. It's got a metal body. It's got a lot of nice, neat features on this phone. Let's have a quick look around the device. Feels quite nice in the hand. Sort of like a mix between the green-orange design that we've recently reported on, Meizu, and a little bit of La TV in there as well. It looks a bit like a La TV from the front. But it is a unique looking phone, that's for sure. Alright, so specifications, what do we have on here? Well, as I already mentioned, we've got a 5.5-inch Full HD display. There's 3 GB of RAM in there too, and we've got a MediaTek MT6753 chipset running at 1.3 GHz. So, compared to some other phones that we've seen on the market, this is running a slightly slower processor. But as we found in tests, the actual performance in real world, there isn't much difference. It's only when you look at the benchmarks that you start to see a few differences. Now, what the Iron does offer that a lot of other phones don't offer is some really neat features. First of all, we've got this 8-megapixel front camera at the front. Now, as it is now in this guise, it doesn't have the retina scan feature, but in July, later this month, sorry, an OTA update will be released, which will mean that this 8-megapixel camera will be able to recognize your retina and unlock only for you. So that's a really nice feature. There is no fingerprint scanner on the UMi Iron, as you can see, no physical button or scanner on the rear. So that retina scanner is going to be a really nice security feature for anyone worried of people hacking into their phones. Another nice feature we've got is this LED notification beam. I do need to update to the latest OTA again to get this working, but the OTA is already available now. I just need to download it. And this notification beam has 3 colors, green, blue and red, I believe, for different messages, charging and also missed calls. So a nice feature there. It's like a notification beam rather than just a light. So a similar idea as to what we find on the Oppo Find 7 and N3. We've also got a heart rate monitor on here. There's also a UV scanner in the front camera. Got a 13-megapixel IMX214 Sony sensor. Dual tone LED flash. This rear panel is all metal here. This is a metal panel. Got plastic at the top and the bottom. So the idea behind that is where the Wi-Fi, your GPS and your GSM and LTE antennas is plastic, so the aluminium won't affect the strength of the signal, which is it's a nice idea, and hopefully it works in practice too. On the left hand side, we've got a power button and volume rocker. You can see there's some screws here which hold the side on. Now, I'm not sure if UMi have added those on, so it's easy for you to remove the battery should you need to, or whether it's just a design thing. But I kind of like this retro design with the screws in the side. It is a very interesting looking design. On the right hand side, again, we've got more screws, and we've got a single SIM tray. It has a single SIM or micro SD card in there. So overall, that's the UMi Iron on the outside. A good looking phone. It's quite comfortable in your hand. If I just turn the screen on, you can see that we do have black bezels around the edges. We're not talking, unlike this. We're not talking the same size as those bezels found on the Elephone P7000. And this is where my thoughts about it looking like the La TV come in. We've got a similar black bezel around the edge. It's, it is quite thick, but it's not a huge bezel. It doesn't really detract from the look. As you can see here, we've got on-screen navigation controls. We've got Google Store already built in. And as you can see, it's really nippy, going from one screen to the next, opening up the application drawer. Very, very fast. It's running Android 5.1 out of the box. If we just go down to the settings, you can see Android 5.1. And there is a system update available, which I will download before the full review. Alright, other features. Now, as you have noticed, when I tried to unlock the phone, it did ask me to speak. So, let me see if I can try that. Unlock. Unlock. Yeah. Now, in the settings of the UMi Iron, you are able to set up a voice unlock feature. If I just go to the security, where is it? Here we are. We go to, where is it? Sorry. There you go, voice unlock. You can see that we've got that option at the top. So if I just enter this PIN, you've got different settings there to unlock the phone. You've got swipe, pattern, PIN, password, and we have voice unlock. Now the idea with voice unlock is you train the phone to understand your command, and my command was unlock. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. I've not been able to get that to work. It's not a feature that UMi have actually mentioned in any of their marketing, so it might be something that they're planning to launch properly later in the year with other OTA updates, and that does seem what UMi are doing with this. They brought out this phone with a really good specification package and pretty nice design, and what they're doing is now they're really focusing on bringing extra features with each OTA. So we might see that voice activation, you know, or even more voice activation, hopefully added into the phone in the future. Alright, before we go, let's just have a quick look at the camera. It's got a 13 megapixel Sony IMX camera on here. I've not really played around with the camera much on it. It does seem pretty good. As you can see, you know, if we just go in and out, sorry, it's not turning around. Zooming in and out on these images is nice and quick. I need to take it outside to get some outdoor photos so we can see just how good that camera is. But if I just open that again, we'll just see how fast it can take photos. So you can see pretty quick. Takes photos very, very quickly. Saves them away really fast too. And hopefully, you know, when we take this phone outside and get some photos with it, we'll see that the quality is good too. So that's it. That's the UMi Iron. Some standout features that I've obviously not been able to test in this video are the Texas Instruments audio hi-fi in here. And in fact, there's actually quite a cool little application in here, Max EQ. So we can change the different settings here for different music styles. And we can turn off different things, change the bass and the treble. This is a really, really neat feature, and I can't wait to test that. Also, we've also already mentioned we've got a UV sensor, which is going to come in an OTA update. We've got a pulse reader, and we've also got the voice unlock and, you know, retina unlock. So lots of things to get excited about with the UMi Iron. Overall, it feels pretty nice in the hand. It's a good size. It's a good feel. It's actually surprisingly lightweight as well. If you think of it as a slightly larger LTV from the front, you know, you've got a good idea of how it looks in the hand. Quality isn't quite the same as the LTV, but it isn't bad. For those of you who have already got a UMi Emax, a size comparison, you can see that the Emax is about the same size, same width, same height, and it's only slightly thinner too. Alright, so that's the UMi Iron, a very, very well equipped phone, got some great features that I can't wait to see in the future with those OTAs, and again, watch out for the full review coming soon. Okay, speak to you all soon.